Russia evacuates another border region amid growing threat from Ukrainian units. Reuters. Moscow. Reuters. Russia on Monday evacuated civilians from parts of a second region next to Ukraine after Kyiv-Inkra. ASED military activity near the border just days after its biggest incursion into sovereign Russian territory since the start of the 2022 war. Ukrainian forces rammed through the Russian border last Tuesday and swept across some western parts of Russia's Kursk region, a surprise attack that may be aimed at gaining leverage in possible cease-fire talks after the U.S. election. Below are your comments. Russians caught out in the open are inferior to the second-rate NATO equipment being used by the Ukraine. Ian's. Russians will have to build a mine wall to stop the Ukrainians like they did in occupied Ukraine. What this does show that the Russians are in no way prepared to attack NATO, and with their losses are a decade behind. And they have made NATO stronger than ever. I hope Ukraine has a plan, other than trying to seize some land in Russia, as a bargaining chip. Putin is under extreme pressure to regain control of that part of Mother Russia. He will throw much of his reserves into the fight. Ukraine risks losing the entire force operating in Russia. If Ukraine uses it as a pincer move to encircle Russian forces in Ukraine, bypassing the massive Russian defensive lines and rolling them up from behind, that would make sense to me. Either way, ballsy move. Go, Ukraine, go. NATO is closely feeding the Ukrainians satellite updated intel on Russian troop movement. There are two scenarios at play here. One, if Russia is sending troops from other areas of the annexed region, then that would leave another section open and vulnerable to be penetrated. What will they do then if the Ukrainians move on those positions? 2, if Russia is sending fresh troops from home base in Russia, then that, too, would leave the homeland vulnerable and have Maniac Vlad and the Russian oligarchs' home base security, like the FSB, to court them. I have a feeling the sleeper agents they have behind enemy lines inside Russia, like the ones that blew up the railway tracks supplying Russia items from North Korea and China, they, too, could come in to play and hit Maniac Vlad from the rear. Russia will truly be in chaos because where will they run if they're being attacked from both east and west or central Russia? Pull the troops from Ukraine back? Then that would leave an onslaught of Ukrainians pushing towards them, and they are armed to the teeth. And there is stopping these guys because they'll be. This is getting good. Godspeed to the Ukrainians. The Russians have caused enough harm to these people. We love their courage. I have been wondering why Ukraine doesn't just seize land from Russia too. Finally it is happening, smiley face. Kyiv. Oh, I'm sorry, Moscow. 00. Did these lands used to belong to you before I liberated them from communist regime? More to come, comrade. More land to come our way, that is da. 00. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.